And this small painting was painted in Laguna Beach on location. And then I like the design of that and the way it was working in the small format, so I'm using that as a study to create the larger piece, which will be in a gallery show. Once I establish thin applications of the basic color mass and values that I want to present in the painting, I'm going to mix up larger pieces of color that I will modify and then apply a little bit more pigment on what I've established here as a basic underpainting for the piece.
Is this
This can all be considered, most of this can be considered underpainting just because I've applied it very thinly and I'm going to go over a lot of it again. So this just gives me a guide. Some of this will stay just like it is, but others will be overpainted probably. And so then from now on, we're going to have heavier applications of paint, refinement of drawing, refinement of design, things that, will get me closer to the finished product. So I'm going to mix up several batches of these different colors that I've got going on here in the piece. And then from these individual color pools, I will make modifications and build this painting to the place where I want it to be. So mixing up enough of this color so that I don't have to go back and reinvent these colors. I'll have them on my palette and I'll have to keep revisiting the mixing process. There's a technique called scumbling, okay?
Yeah.
And it's basically not having as much thinner in your brush. And when the paint has had a chance to set up a little bit,
Yeah.
Keep it a fairly dry brush, not much thinner. And if you lay that paint down, get enough on your brush, you can lay that paint down lightly. Don't be too heavy-handed with it. You can get kind of a nice textural quality. You just drag it.
Mm-hmm.
And it will kind of have some variation in it. Vary the pressure and keep it fairly light.
And have enough paint on the brush.
And have enough paint on the brush.
Yeah.
You can get that scumble effect. Be decisive when you lay the paint down, especially at this stage. Once you get this in the neighborhood of where you want it to be, and now it's a matter of refining, you can start to add a little bit more pigment. You've solved some of the problems in terms of value and color temperature. So now's the time to add a little bit more pigment. And when you make a stroke, try to keep it simple and don't keep petting it to death. Make a stroke and then lay it down and you can see what's happening. That's broken color.